Today we're reading John 16, and Jesus is going to continue this pep talk from these last couple chapters. And in fact, he's going to continue talking about purpose and mission. He says, I have told you these things so that you won't abandon your faith. In other words, and as you can read this for yourself, but he's going to say you're going to get thrown out of synagogues, and it's not going to be easy for you because when you come into the world with my message, people are going to reject you just like they rejected me. But then he encourages them. He says this. He says, listen, it's best for you that I go away, because if I don't, then the advocate, remember he's talking about the Holy Spirit, won't come. But if I do go away, then I will send the Holy Spirit to you. And when he comes, look at this, verse 8. When the Holy Spirit comes, he will convict the world of its sin and of God's righteousness and of the coming judgment. The world's sin is that it refuses to believe in me. And so Jesus is saying, hey, guys, you're supposed to go out into the world, go make disciples. Don't worry, you're not on your own. I'll go with you. In fact, more than that, the Holy Spirit will be in you, and the Holy Spirit will go before you and convict the world. It's not your job to convict your friends or your neighbors or your family members. It's not your job to convict them of their sin or to convict them of God's righteousness or to convict them of the coming judgment that will come upon them. It's not your job. Your job is just to share the truth in love. It's God's job to do the rest of it. That should be an encouragement to you. The Holy Spirit is going to empower you for that. So you can read some more of that. But as we scroll down here to the bottom, Jesus says this in verse 20. I tell you the truth, you will weep and mourn over what is going to happen to me, but the world will rejoice. He's talking about his death on the cross. Everyone else will rejoice, but the disciples will be sad about it. He says this, you will grieve, but your grief will suddenly turn to wonderful joy. And of course, he's talking there about his resurrection, right? That's what he's talking about in that passage there. He's giving them some more hints about the fact that he's going to go to the cross, but then he's going to defeat sin and death and the grave. He says this here in verse 32, but the time is coming, indeed it's here now, when you will be scattered, each one going his own way, leaving me alone. Right. So again, he's predicting more what's going to happen as they start moving forward toward, the trial and the cross and all that stuff. He says, yet I am not alone because the Father is with me. I've told you all of this so that you may have peace in me. Here on earth, you will have many trials and sorrows, but take heart because I have overcome the world. So you're ready now to read John chapter 16. It says a lot about mission, and I hope you'd prayerfully consider applying it to your own life as well. And we'll see you tomorrow for chapter 17.